It's a common theme in popular literature, film and TV, podcasts, and yes, dear viewer, YouTube/Instagram/Facebook videos. Quit my job and start a company. Whoa, hold on there, Buckaroo. Have you thought this through? Let's talk it out here on the next episode of BTP Fusion. I don't know if you've been paying attention to popular media in the last 15 years, but there has been a common theme making its rounds. That is the advice to quit your job and become an entrepreneur. It's an intriguing proposition. Why waste all my time and youthful effort making someone else rich? Why not strike it out on my own, build a company, become a major success, and really accomplish something with my life? That's a great question. Let's take an objective look at staying put at your current place of employment versus quitting and starting a business. Stay till the end to learn of a possible third pathway. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 20% of businesses fail in their first year, 30% of businesses fail in their second year, and 50% of small businesses fail after 5 years. The failure rate in the 10th year of business is about 70%. So if you hear, find, or see a business that has been around for 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 plus years, those are the exception and not the rule. If you leave your job to start another business, the odds are pretty stacked against you. Different business types have different rates of failure. Taking a look at the food service industry as an example, 50% of restaurants fail after 5 years. Actually, advice that you have probably heard at one time or another that a majority of restaurants fail in the first 2 years is a myth. The food service industry, that is restaurants, cafes, fast food joints, actually enjoy higher rates of success than other ventures in general. So if you do quit your job and be an entrepreneur, consider starting that vegan bistro you've always been thinking about. Interesting factoid, you say, but what are the reasons that small businesses fail? Comment down below if you have first-hand knowledge of this sort of thing. Has your business failed at some point? Maybe a family business has gone belly up. Maybe you're a billionaire who quit his job after watching a Gary Vee YouTube video and you're doing just fine. In all cases, we want to hear from you. But a Forbes survey of 101 businesses asked the reason why their enterprise failed, as told by their founders. The top results were 42% failed because there was no market or need for their service or product. 29% failed because they just ran out of cash. 23% failed because they didn't have the right team running the business. 19% were just outcompeted. 18% failed because of pricing and cost issues. 17% failed because of a poor product offering. Another 17% failed because they lacked a good business model. I think some key takeaways from that list is that you should probably be reasonably sure that your product or service is in demand if you're going to be starting a business around it. Also, you should probably have a decent amount of cash on hand, particularly if you're going to start a brick and mortar business, like a restaurant or boutique. Keep in mind when you start a business, you are making a sacrifice. You are giving up a steady income. That means that money that you use to pay for daily needs will have to come out of whatever savings you have accrued. By the way, if you're even thinking about living off of your 401k or credit card debt or anything like that, then starting a business is just not for you. You need some more seasoning on proper financial planning. In other words, keep watching the BTP. Or at the very least, you need to wait until you have saved up enough capital to fund your venture intelligently. But suppose you took the leap. You quit your job, you burnt some bridges on the way out, and you start your own enterprise. What kind of competition will you be facing? One word: stiff. Of the successful companies in all industries, most of them were backed by serious venture capital money or other startup finance, possibly an IPO, business loans, angel investors, etc. That is not to say you couldn't get that kind of financing if you had the right connections. Just understand that it really takes a lot to succeed as an entrepreneur. It is a little more rigorous than starting a lemonade stand, that's for sure. But you say, damn it, I hate my job and I just want to quit. Are there any options for a schmo like me? Well, yes, there are two actually. Become an entrepreneur. That is to say, be disruptive from the inside out. If you hate your current job, explore a different position in the same company. If a promotion isn't possible, then maybe a lateral move is more up your alley. Well, let's say you still want to move on. Well, you could move from company to company, tastefully. That is to say, get a new job in a different company every so often. The key here is to accept positions with more responsibility every time you move on. Build a solid reputation at each place you're at. Don't burn bridges, don't goof off. Put your shoulder to the plow and really make an impact in the place where you work. Eventually, you'll get a reputation as a real go-getter in whatever field you're in. You'll also compile a Rolodex, and when the time is right, several years, maybe even a decade, you'll be in the position to be a leader of a well-established company, maybe the leader, or the founder of a well-funded startup. Nothing wrong with learning how business is done from within and then changing it for the better. Maybe you still really want to start your own business. Well, the best of both worlds, perhaps, is to take the skills you have that got you the job that you have now and start a consulting company with you as the chief employee. You then hire yourself out to individual companies and do what I just described above. Well, maybe the job or industry you're in requires too little skill. Maybe you're really good at one thing but passionate about another. If that is the case, then maybe a side hustle is where to start. Find out what you are passionate about. If you don't know by the time you're watching this video, just take some time to think about things you do when no one is paying or when no one is watching. Think about ways to monetize that passion, assuming it's not offensive, of course. As an example, if it's video games, maybe start a Twitch or YouTube channel. If you like arts and crafts, find a way to sell them on Pinterest. If you like graphic animations, sell your service for $5 on Fiverr. From there, keep selling your services until you start to need help to do all the work. When the volume of work starts to interfere with your day job, and or the revenue you see from it begins to approach the revenue from your current job, then it's time to turn in your resignation and pat yourself on the back. You found your passion and a way to make it pay, and you did it the classy way. I'm not telling you to not quit your job. In fact, there's a ton of upside to doing that. And there are vast rewards for the risk takers of our world that stick their neck out and do what is thought to be impossible. Just make sure that it is right for you, not just because you heard advice from your favorite YouTube guru. What are your thoughts? Thinking about quitting your job right now? Second thoughts maybe? Why do people keep stealing lunch from the fridge when it's clearly marked? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos from BTP Fusion.